Good evening, Chicago. Welcome to The Shit Show, Mike's edition. On today's episode, we're going to do things a little different than we have been in the past. Typically, this particular podcast is a breakdown as far as the month before and what all's happened in my life since we last spoke. On today's episode, we are going to kind of pull this into more along the lines of a radio station type situation, and I am going to officially announce 2 songs that I have written and produced on the show here today. So, without further ado, I'm going to start with the very first one. Disclaimer is ahead. Grab a box of tissue. You are going to need it. And then we'll talk about it after the songs play. So, the very first one that we're going to play is a Diploma in Heartbreak. And here it is.
High school diploma felt like a weight in my hands. You were there to watch, I knew it was goodbye. As you sat there in that wheelchair, watching the life slip away. Walked across that stage, a future stretching out, cold and bleak. I should have been celebrating, but I was so damn weak. Every step a memory, every road a ghost of you, trying to find my footing in a world I barely knew. And I walk these roads alone, a ghost in my own life, carrying the silent burden of this unending strife. They see what I have, but not what I lost. They don't see the price I've paid or the internal cost. And I miss my brothers, I do, with all my heart. But I miss you more, we were a work of art. I wish we could be a family, happy and whole again, like it was before, like it was way back when. The phone stays silent, the calls never come through, just echoes of their anger. And I hate you, they blame me for the inheritance, for the things I got, as if I chose this life. A family that's not, I see them in old photos, laughing side by side. It's a different world now, nowhere left to hide. And I walk these roads alone, a ghost in my own life, carrying the silent burden of this unending strife. They see what I have, but not what I lost. They don't see the price I've paid or the internal cost. And I miss my brothers, I do, with all my heart. But I miss you more, we were a work of art. I wish we could be a family, happy and whole again, like it was before, like it was way back when. Sometimes I feel you with me in the whisper of the breeze, a momentary peace that puts my mind at ease. But it's just a feeling, a fleeting painful lie, and I'm left here with the pieces, questioning the why. I miss my brothers, but I miss you more. I miss the family we were, standing at the door, just wishing we could go back to the way it used to be. A family happy, whole and free.
All right, so that was Diploma and Heartbreak. And what that song is about is honestly loss and the grief that we carry when those of us lose somebody. This particular song I wrote because I lost my father to stage 4 lung cancer shortly after I graduated high school, and I was the only child that he ever got to see graduate, period. And I carry that with me because I'm coming up on my college graduation and he's not going to be here. So I didn't want to spiral like I did before, so instead I put my pain and my grief and my loss and I put it into a song. The next one that we're going to listen to is called Skies Above. I also recently lost my husband to suicide back 3 years ago, and our birthday is coming up, and this will be the third birthday without him. He would have been 29 this year. So, without further ado, here is Skies Above.
The last text is still there. The conversation will never complete. My thumb hovers over your name, a number I can't delete. I scroll through our photos, that smile I know so well. You were the only one who could save me from my own personal hell. This house is a museum of a life we were supposed to build. A fortress made of memories, a place that's been unfulfilled. And the world keeps turning, it's a hell I can't escape. I see 1,000 sunsets, 1,000,000 stars, and all I do is wait. I whisper all my secrets to the empty skies above, but the only reply is silence and the memory of your love. I miss my best friend, my other half, the one who understood. I miss the future we lost in this empty neighborhood. Your side of the closet is a ghost, your scent has faded fast. Just a few forgotten t-shirts clinging to the past. I drive by that place you loved, and I can almost hear your laugh, but it's just the sound of a broken heart splitting right in half. They all say it gets easier, but I just don't know when. 'Cause every sunrise just reminds me that you're gone again. And the world keeps turning, it's a hell I can't escape. I see 1,000 sunsets, 1,000,000 stars, and all I do is wait. I whisper all my secrets to the empty skies above, but the only reply is silence and the memory of your love. I miss miss my best friend, my other half, the one who understood. I miss the future we lost in this empty neighborhood. I still see your shadow in the doorway, a trick of light on the wall. And in those moments of confusion, I think you're answering my call. But you're not there to catch me or to tell me that it's okay. You're not there to help me fight the demons that you left me to face every day. So I'll scream my heart out to the skies above, just one last goodbye and a final word of love. Just one more time, just one more chance to tell you what you meant to me in this final painful dance.
All right, so that was Skies Above, and if you haven't realized by now, Skies Above was written because, again, I lost my husband to suicide 3 years ago, and it's not been easy moving forward without him, and figuring out what my life is now. So I moved from Atlanta to Chicago back in March of 2025. And in in June, I started really putting a lot of my time and my energy into my publications and my books, whether it be songwriting or physical novels or a guide to help deal with the grief and loss of suicidal spouse or spousal suicide, sorry. Whatever I could do to get these emotions and feelings and hopefully do some good in the world, I've done. I've written a spousal suicide guide to navigating those unpredictable waters. It's called Surviving the Aftermath. It is a guide on how to navigate the emotions and feelings and the shockwave after. I've also started a MLM fantasy novel series called Roland Knox. It is set in 1944 Paris during the World War II times, and he is an openly gay man who falls in love with someone, and then he has to go through those struggles to try to keep that love alive. So in a sense, I'm doing exactly what I set out to do by putting all of my pain and all of my energy and all of my emotions into works of art that I can be proud of, one, and two, that I can hopefully sit over here and touch a life somewhere, somehow. That is all for today's episode. Unfortunately, I wanted to get on here and kind of do something a little different. Not much has changed as far as my life is concerned. I have officially finished foster parent classes, so I am a fully licensed foster care parent here in the state of Illinois. I have also officially finished my associates in applied science with my concentration in digital marketing. So I have worked really hard to get those two done. So those are milestones that I can be proud of. I've also officially published Surviving the Aftermath. It is available on Amazon and through Barnes & Noble's website as well as the Roland Knox series. There are 4 books in the series as of right now, with 3 more to come. So you can pick up all of those copies on Amazon or on Barnes& and Noble's website. Just search Roland Knox. Surviving the Aftermath is the only one that is not on Barnes& and Noble's now that I think about it, just because I wanted to make that one an Amazon exclusive. So, with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you give me a follow. That helps me out a lot, and I love you all for it. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to put them in the comment section below. I love reading all of your comments. And then obviously just check out my link tree. All of my publications, all of my shows, all of my socials are all in one very easy to find place. It's linktree /MEIEKBRUN. It is also in the description below. So with that being said, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic evening. I love you all. Make sure that you check on everyone that you care about, because you never know who's actually struggling in silence. I know I do occasionally, so it's nice to have someone talk to me every once in a while. So I love you all. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you all on the very next one. We're gonna switch up the podcast a little different. The next one is going to be a book reading from an excerpt out of Surviving the Aftermath. So make sure you bring that box of tissue back with you whenever we get ready to do that show. So until the next time, I will see you all later. Okay, bye.